Let's have a look then at some of the terminologies that you are likely to hear in discussing cloud computing. And the first one is cloud itself. And this really just represents any kind of distinct IT environment, regardless of what that environment includes, as long as it is for the purpose of remotely provisioning scalable and measured IT resources. So, again, this is any organization that has IT resources that they are going to make available to other customers. That represents a cloud. An IT resource is any physical or virtual artifact. And the term there really is with respect to any kind of computing resource. So, physical or virtual in this case would likely refer to a physical computer or a virtualized, a software based computer or a virtual machine is the term. They aren't the only things that can be virtualized, and we'll discuss that in greater detail later. But software based or hardware based resources, those are the things which we are going to be accessing in the cloud. On premise is a term that usually refers to within a particular organization. So you see here a controlled IT environment. So it typically would refer to your organization or an internal private organization as opposed to the public cloud. So you see, it's an alternative to cloud based. We can either have all of the IT infrastructure within our own organization on premise, or we can have it in the cloud, somebody else's environment. Any given on premise IT resource can access and interact with cloud based IT resources and or be moved to a cloud, changing it to a cloud based IT resource. So it's not set and or static. Any kind of technology that you might be using on premise can be migrated to a cloud based solution. A cloud consumer is really any party that uses the cloud based IT resources. So, any customer subscribing to the services of a cloud provider. And this is simply the party that provides the cloud based IT resources. So, anyone who says, here, our resources are available, they are the provider. You sign up with them, you are the consumer. Scaling is a very common term, and there are two primary directions of scaling: horizontal and vertical. And within the horizontal, we see this is a very common form of scaling in a cloud environment. So, allocating new IT resources of the same type is referred to as scaling out. So, for example, if you have a very robust website that needs multiple servers to service the requests, then adding more servers for that same website is referred to as scaling out. Releasing IT resources of the same type is the exact opposite. So scaling in. Maybe you allocated, let's just say for argument's sake, 10 servers, and you decide, well, that's a little bit of overkill. We're not utilizing those resources effectively enough. So we'll pull some of them back, maybe cut that in half to 5 servers. That's scaling in. Vertical is a little less common in the cloud environments because it usually refers to having some kind of downtime, but this is replacing IT resources with another lower capacity system is referred to as scaling down, whereas again the exact opposite is to scale up, and that's replacing IT resources with another higher capacity. So it's not so much a matter of how many, but better resources, faster systems, more storage, things like that. A cloud service is any IT resource that is made remotely accessible via the cloud. And there are any number of those. It can really refer to any kind of IT based service. And then the cloud service consumer is a temporary runtime role that's assumed by a software program when accessing a cloud service. So if you have an application that needs to create a record in a database and then do something in a bit of an automated fashion with that record, it is in fact the application that is assuming that role of service consumer while that processing is going on. So, those are some of the basic terms that you will likely hear when discussing cloud environments.